The volume.
Progressive.
Alright. Ending DJ stream. Sorry, Metal Gear. Greetings, birds, turds, and nerds. Just getting this started here. I should have turned down DJ's stream on my computer before I start click fly. Click go. But just getting the game launched. We are going to play Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Last night I was playing, I got a little bit tired, and it was just messing up real bad. So we're giving this another try. The video, the way it's meant to be played. Last time, Mountain Nerd said I should play the entire game with my Snake voice. Metal Gear. Alright, let's continue. Oh, okay, received the bonus. Gotta unlock those rewards. And Mr. CCDV. What a name. What a name. Thank you for coming. You are first. You're not a gamer, but you're willing to support other channels. Well, ask me any questions in the chat about this game, and I'll do my best to explain. But if you've never played Metal Gear, then do you know who the Lolly Luli Low are? There'll be a lot of references to this game that are weird. I'm just going to do a couple of the little micro game stuff you have to check, and then I'm going to get started on the mission. Metal Gear is basically a stealth action game. It's not quite a shooter. It's not quite. It's just a weird in between game.
Select unit. Staff dismissed.
All right, that's good enough for now. Let's get that mission.
Please select a mission.
Is it this one?
Bismazi-Laman was full of Mujahideen, the Hamid fighters. Then suddenly they disappeared overnight and the Soviets moved right in. I guess the old fort is still in good enough shape that the Soviets want to use it as is. This means that the battalion commander stationed in Sakai.
Oh, wait, I should have developed better weapons before I get started. Alright,
Please specify a project.
so you have to unlock weapons, you have to develop them to get them. And this mission I have to do, you have to blow up some tanks, so I'm going to need some, like, RPGs and grenade launchers and stuff. What do I have? So I have that one, but I can't unlock the next one. Yeah, my research team is way too low. Yeah, Killer Bee, that would have been a good one to have, but level 23. But that will help.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted.
And Thomas Potts, you're second. Greetings. Calling me a cheater again. Yes, this is supposed to be in Afghanistan in 1984. Even though Metal Gear universe is weird, so there's technology that shouldn't be in existence. For example, this guy has a cybernetic left arm or left hand. Those did not exist. But hey. Equip that one. And a sniper rifle. Yeah, all of those.
Deploying.
Thomas Potts, Wesley is a commie. Oh, come on. Hey, do any of you guys want up on the chat? Let me paste StreamYards up here. I don't mind having like one co-host. So first person that makes it can be my co-host. Wesley's fighting like Rambo. Yep.
This mission has two objectives. Eliminate the Colonel scheduled to take up a post at Smasi Fort and stop the deployment of his tank unit. Your first move should be to head to Sakai village and search for the Colonel and his deployment plans.
I need to get the bandana. Oh, hey, LDG. You weren't subbed? Well, you are now? Yeah, my subs will go up. My goal is to get up to 100 subs. Just so I can get on that certified nerd list.
Be careful down there, boss.
Marker placed.
Boss, to take out enemy combat vehicles, you'll want to use explosive weaponry.
Bye,
Missiles,
helicopter.
grenades, placed explosives. If you haven't developed these yet, use your iDroid to give the order. Choose your weapon according to the situation.
I could take the horse, but he's a bit loud.
Analysis complete.
Alright, I just want to avoid that checkpoint for now. Oh shit!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You know, normally I would tranquilize these wolves, but, you know, they bit me first. You saw that.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Can I low crawl? Snake crawl. Not only can you do a snake crawl, you can do the cardboard box crawl.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Marker placed.
LGG, I love how I can't say funny things to chicks about
You have
DJ Sam.
arrived
You
at
don't
your
know.
destination.
Yeah, DJ's kind of a protective kind of guy. Especially of Ciso Prey.
Analysis complete.
Alright, would be the best way to take that guy out.
sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Enemy snipers where?
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
It's going to be hard for me to read all the chats while I'm playing. Mr. CC says, "Get on the rock, give us a rifle for crying out loud." This is why I wanted Yosef up here as my narrator of the comments.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Hi, Rat.
Analysis complete.
Oh shit, someone else heard that.
Что случилось? Ответьте, 46. КП-36! Мы под огнем! Но противника не видно! Прием! Это КП, понял. Внимание всем постам. Противники где-то прячутся. Найти их. Конец связи. А что мы... КП-37! Слышу выстрелы! Откуда не ясно? Прием! Это КП, понял. Все подразделения. У нас могут быть нарушители. Конец связи.
Stop that music before I get a copyright claim. Oh. See, I didn't see him. Hold on. Alright, now I got stuff here.
Well, hello. Yeah, I was going to have one of the other guys actually come up here since they're gamers and I'm not, but you're killing me with this, man.
You can ask me questions. I have this, I have the chat.
You have low light level, goggles or a scope or something, you know? You should be using your low light level scope and killing every single light that you see if you're allowed to do that.
You can, but so the more you use your suppressors, they wear out over time. And so look, the one for
it's just the 7.62 sniper rifle. Yeah, use your 5.56 to kill the lights. Don't use your 7.62. You want to save that for.
Yeah. Well, I could use the pistol for the lights. Make it up close.
But you definitely want to use your low light level. Well,
I actually see
NBG.
better. I actually see better without them because, like, I'll turn it on. I mean, look,
Yeah,
I can
everything's
spot, I
green.
can spot targets farther away because they have a heat signature. Oh, see, there's that guy.
Analysis complete.
Yeah, you do get used to it eventually. Yosef says, with my Eastern European accent, it would look like I'm supporting the enemy.
ЛКП, понял. Будьте начеку.
Well, Yosef knows a little bit of Russian. He was
Well, I
like,
would
he was
so.
he was saying some of it last night. He was like, "Oh, I caught that word." But see, like that fire, you can't just shoot the fire to put it out.
No, you can't shoot the fire, but fire in a low light level environment actually blinds the people who are around it. I mean, I don't know anything about tactics. I've never been in the military.
I've never been in the military, but I go to military simulations. And the next one, I so badly want to bring a cardboard box as a joke.
The cardboard box was funny. I laughed my brains out. That was great.
All right, as soon as this guy holds still, I can take him out.
Lead him.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
Right, and there. You got him. See? You only got to lead him. You know what they said in, what's that Marine movie? All right, chat, help me out. I'm broke on this. My memory is shot. You know what movie I'm talking about.
Никого не обнаружено. Прием. ЛКП, понял. Будьте бдительны. Не позволяйте им...
It's like I've taken out half of them, but I'm like, where are the last half? Oh. Come on.
Analysis complete.
All right, the guy in the front or the guy in the back? Yeah, let's go for the guy in the back. Oh, shit. Oh, they heard it, but they stopped. Oh, shit. Yeah, hold still. What's the last thing you want to do when a sniper's got you pinned? Is stop moving. If you start moving sporadically, like to the left, to the right.
Oh, yeah, you zigzag and you find cover and concealment, yeah.
ЛКП, понял.
Where are the radios?
Повышенная боевая готовность.
Oh, shit. No.
You are exposed on that rooftop, brother.
ЛКП, на нас напали. Стоять боевые позиции.
Yeah, you're getting shot at now. You need to find a hide.
I found one. Scully one, but...
Несем большие потери. Пошлите резерв. Прием. Копыта 234. Потерял визуальный контакт.
How are you listening to their radio, by the way?
I don't know. It said, like, they hacked into their frequency or something, but... I mean, if you know the exact frequency they're using, you could easily...
Well, yeah.
Tap into it, but that's the trick question is, like, what frequency are they using?
Yeah, the Russians actually had pretty good frequency hopping, even in the 80s. So it's all right, though. I mean, it's a video game, so it's no big deal.
But at the beginning of the game, you don't know what they're saying because you don't speak Russian and you don't have a translator. But then you have to find a translator.
Это КП, понял.
Unless you actually know Russian,
Будьте начеку. Конец связи.
which Joseph was like,
Штаб, это КП. Позавелся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ. Но потеряли
Yeah, I've known fellers that I served with that knew Russian, and I can't figure it out. I mean, I grew up in LA, and I still can't speak Spanish, so you got that.
oh, hey,
you
so you're in
know,
the LA area. Well, you were.
I was. I don't live there anymore. There's a lot of reasons for it.
Trust me when I say I understand, because I live in LA now. The outskirts, but still.
Well, at least you're in the burbs. Yeah.
All right, I gotta find that sniper. I think I know where he's hiding, but
Yeah, the guy who's taking shots at you.
well, there's.
Oh no, you alerted the entire camp to your presence. Yeah. Hey, Night Breeze, welcome. Wesley told me that I had to do all of the narration for the chat, so
It's so hard trying to read them while you're playing a game like this, especially a game like this. Something like Risk is not as bad because you take turns.
oh sure, I love
But-
playing Risk. I lose a lot, but I love playing it.
But this game, if you turn away for a split second, you just die. Oh, how did I miss that?
Копейто, медвежей! Мы осмотрели сектор, ничего не нашли. Отзываем поиск.
Search complete. That's fantastic. All right, find a hide. I don't know exactly what your mission is. If you're supposed to be rescuing people or something like that, but
There's some intel I'm supposed to get, but as soon as you do, these tanks come rolling down the street. So I want to take out all the guards in this area, and then plant some claymores on the road, and then get in a perfect position. Oh, midnight, so that means half the night's over. So if I don't get this done,
Analysis
see, there he is.
Night Breeze says the game needs a lot of attention.
All right, so my sniper rifles, I got 8 shots left, but I can pick up hit. Oh, I just got his ammo. Cool. I didn't even need to pick up his rifle. I just took his
I
ammo.
was gonna say 7.62 is universal for most NATO weapons. So
Yeah, my suppressor's wearing a little thin on the rifle, the sniper rifle.
yeah, you have a limited amount of 5.56, so I'd hang on to that for a while if you can.
Well, you can call in for more ammo and stuff, but it costs money. So
Okay.
I just want to. Okay, I just gotta find the remaining. There should be someone over by D.
You're getting shot at, brother.
What?
You didn't hear the wheat of the rounds going past your head?
No.
Or were you switching weapons or something? I don't know what the sounds in this game are supposed to sound like.
No, I'm good at the moment. And because you're in the live stream, you should be hearing the sounds,
You have arrived at your
you know,
destination.
without a delay. That's the word I was looking for.
Right. That's why I said I thought you were being shot at, because
Oh.
I
Alright.
heard the rounds going past you.
Analysis.
But like I said, I don't know what the game sounds are supposed to sound like.
Die already. Oh, do that? Yeah, that broke my suppressor.
Yeah, he has plot armor.
Yeah, my suppressor is now basically useless. But I think he might have been the last guy in this area.
Oh, that would be good. Can you kill the generator? Do you have a grenade?
Yeah.
Can you get back up there and kill the generator? That'll help.
Yep. Doop. Doop. Alright, no one freaked out from that.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль.
How many generators do they have on that base?
КП, это Дмитрий-1.
I'm sorry about that. I think I may have just screwed up your game.
I'll be alright. The power's out over here, but
Yeah, Yosef, definitely. 6 bullets would definitely tear you apart, but I guess that that last guard has very thick plot armor.
alright, there's only like 2. Oh, there's one.
Yeah, they know you're there, so there's no point in having a suppressor. Just go ahead and...
They don't know where I am though, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's why you shoot, move, and communicate. That's...
Analysis complete.
Really? The game lets you heal just by sitting out for a few seconds?
Extraction failed.
Thomas Potts, he said, just hide and in a few seconds you'll heal.
It's not a
Analysis
few
complete.
seconds, but yeah, it is ridiculously fast.
Huh. Wow.
The older
Okay.
games didn't do that too. You had to like use a ration to heal.
Oh, Thomas, don't bring up Call of Duty. For crying out loud. You call a Chief Master Sergeant
Captured.
Sir for don't bring that game up. Enlisted men don't like to be called Sir.
Being updated.
Well, that was the last guy. All right, what's the score? A. You got an A. You're coming home with me. So, you have your own mother base, and you recruit
Caution.
more guards
Storm
or
approaching.
soldiers for your base by just kidnapping them
You gotta
from the
extract him.
field. All right, so the tanks do come this way, I think.
And the claymores actually disable the tanks?
I don't think a lot of damage.
No, claymores wouldn't do much damage to tanks at all. What else do you have?
Extraction arrived at mother base.
Is claymore the heaviest explosive you have?
Well, I'm going to call in for the rocket
Please
launcher I
select a
have.
drop point. Supplies requested.
And I'll try to get the grenade launcher too.
Okay. Rocket propelled grenade would do some damage if you hit the treads with it.
Supply drop complete. Clouds approaching.
Vasts Zero? Is that how you say your name? Did I say
Yeah,
it right?
yeah.
Vast Zero?
Metal Gear. That's my friend.
Please
Okay.
select a drop point. Supplies requested.
So you did sub to me. All right, where are those boxes?
Supply drop complete.
And what bribes are you offering, Vast Zero?
No, I think he's saying that I had to bribe him.
Oh, you bribed him. Okay. Well, I was going to say, I accept whiskey and wine, so you can bribe me anytime.
Where did the other box go?
The one you were wearing to sneak up on the base?
No, I requested the RPG, but I guess it didn't send it.
Really? Oh,
Guess.
just like those supply fellers.
Supplies requested.
Well, while I'm waiting for my package to arrive, I'm gonna...
I do love that box.
So the cardboard box is a
Supply
old trope.
drop complete.
The original Metal Gear game came out in the 80s for the... wasn't it the NES? It was the system that came out before that, and then it came out for the NES. But in the original game, you could get a cardboard box and hide in it, and then they just
The
brought
Nintendo,
it back.
the Nintendo 2600, really?
Almost.
Well, there you go. It's a good thing you were wearing the box. It protected you from the other box. Now, Vast Zero, I never actually worked for DARPA, but I was a contracting officer in Iraq and Afghanistan. So I didn't take bribes, but I knew fellers who did. And I wouldn't take bribes now either.
For me, I think it depends on what we're talking about. If it's something small and silly, anyways. But if it's something that actually is, importance.
Oh, I just purchased supplies and services, little minor construction, stuff like that. It wasn't worth taking a bribe for that stuff. Ooh, do you get your own mortar?
This is actually the enemy's mortar. All right, so when the tanks come there, I'll be ready for them.
Yeah, the mortar will actually. The tanks are not armored as well on the top, so that works out perfect.
All right, so hold on.
Marker removed.
Get rid of these markers. So the intel should be up here.
I don't know. How are the mortars aimed? Like very accurately?
They're decent.
I'm just wondering because what you really want to aim for is the power pack on the rear of the tank.
I could try. I mean, it's all about timing of how fast is the tank going, how long does it take the mortar to shoot and get to its target zone.
Intel extraction arrived.
So if I aim for the
Mission
front of the
info has been
tank,
updated.
I might hit
Has
the
been
back of it.
updated.
Yeah, you want to lead it, so you want to aim for the turret if it's moving.
Reinforcements.
Well, I mean, they generally only move
Supposed to join up with the tank
15, 20 miles an hour. But I mean, I don't really know how this game designs the thing, so.
I've sent the tank units route to your iDroid.
All right, see, here they come. Well,
Oh, they're moving pretty fast then. Okay.
here they are on the map.
You'll.
Here they are on the map.
Oh yeah, they're moving pretty darn quick.
That's why I wanted to be ready for it.
Yeah.
Now, I know those claymores aren't going to do much to them, but it probably will stop them. They'll stop and go. How far up or down the map? Where did I place them? I think it was over here, right? Yeah. Oh, I see some of them. Yep.
Would you like Vast Zero to come in? I'll drop out and
Sure.
yeah, I'll drop out and he can come in and narrate for you. Like I said, I'm not a gamer. I mean, I was just an army guy. That's all.
Well, if you want, let me put that link up again for you there. That Vass, you probably will have to set up your profile. Select a picture for your icon, like I have. Where was my clip? Yep. Yep, the first two are right there. Oh, just out of the reach of the mortar. And when I see you in the backstage, I'll let you on. Oh, you can't come up. Alright, well, if anyone else wants up instead, let me know. Otherwise, we've got our little
Enemy presence
raft
detected.
ready.
The map has been updated.
Oh, they stopped and
Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss. Good work. Just one tank left.
got him.
Nice work. Keep it up.
Has been updated.
Good. You've completed the objective. Now get out of there. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Yeah, let me get you back in here. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, catastrophic kill on that second tank, man. That was beautiful.
If you watch my replay from last night, I was doing horrible. For one thing, I didn't take out all the guards in that base. So when the tanks were rolling up, guards were still shooting at me. It was just... Yosef can join in if you are. Are you having your coffee, Yosef?
Yeah, I'll duck out whenever Yosef is ready. So,
Okay,
no worries.
Hey, I like having you on. So,
Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate it.
all right. I am down basically in this area. So I could go take out
Marker placed.
that guard post up ahead.
The one you skipped earlier.
Yeah.
They should have been alerted by now.
Sounds like they're shooting the wolves. The same
Well,
ones that bit me.
You shot them.
Well, they respawn.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Did you get anything good out of them when they respawn?
You can tranquilize them and then capture them.
Oh, can you train them?
Actually, you found a puppy
Detected.
and you train
The
him.
map has been updated.
Really? That's awesome.
Complete.
Yeah, you call him Dee Dee. Oh,
What the hell are you using?
rotary grenade launcher.
Oh, okay.
It's my revolver shotgun.
Enemy presence detected.
Where's the
The
last
map
guy in
has
this
been
area?
Updated.
Oh, there's an explosive barrel. I woke him up. There they are.
You're
Come
happy
on.
now. All right, Joseph, you get that second cup of coffee in, and you come on
miss?
here and pretend like you're one of them Russian fellers that's trying to kill Metal Gear feller there.
Metal Gear. I don't like that light. I don't
never
like that
did
toilet.
like those click lights. Is there a fuel dump or ammunition dump around there somewhere?
So there's these little checkpoints, and then there is like bigger bases. But see, here's some fuel resource I could steal. So there's resources that you could steal that you use to build your base.
Oh, yeah, I just want to see a great big fuel dump explode.
Now I can call my helicopter to come pick me up.
Please select a landing. Support helicopter
Roger.
will rise momentarily.
Come on, horse. I'm too lazy to walk. Where's my horse? Oh, there it is. The horse that appears out of nowhere.
Night Breeze says at least you hit the tower and not the mountain behind it.
Oh yeah, yesterday
Arrived at
I had
base.
the RPG, and I was trying to shoot at the guard tower, and I hit the mountain behind. It went under it through its supports, and then hit the mountain behind it. And I was like, dude, that guy in that guard tower is the luckiest guy ever.
That's funny. I love it.
Oh, this game's crazy like that. All of the Metal Gear games were like kind of crazy for their time, but
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
I love how the helicopter plays music.
And you don't have to lay out landing strip
Oh no, he's
markers
a pro.
or anything.
Oh, he's a pro. He just sees the blood of my enemies and knows where to lay it.
Okay. I've marked the ground and the wind direction with the blood of me enemies.
Exfiltrated
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete.
Now, on the PC version of this game, you can import your own MP3s and have the helicopter play it.
Oh, nice.
Now, I just don't want to play them on the stream, but
Yeah, YouTube is kind of weird about that stuff.
project has been added.
Mission complete, boss.
okay, how bad of a score did I get? Oh, B. That's acceptable.
Did I
Let's see,
screw you up by making you do things that you wouldn't normally do? Do you normally get an A?
I probably would have gone slower, so been a little bit more stealthy. So like enemy combat alerts, I got 2 of those, so I got negative for that. Hits taken 6. But then I got some points for doing some stuff. But I might have been able to do it better. Ah, Yosef's on.
Ты империалистическая собака, ты стреляешь в мои други.
Joseph, Can you translate for us?
You imperialistic son of a bitch, are you shooting my friends? That's what I said.
That should guarantee you a stable
Good morning, gentlemen, or good evening for you, actually.
combat units.
Yeah, well, it's morning for me now. I don't know what time zone Wesley is in, but yeah.
Wesley is obviously in
So contracts know
West
this
Coast, it's
dispatch
midnight.
mission.
West Coast, so he's right
Yeah.
midnight.
It's morning.
this
So
moment,
good
yeah.
morning, Wesley, and good morning, Joseph. How are you guys
I don't
doing?
count a morning until 12:01. Okay, so I still got like 30 seconds.
Hey, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
It's Joseph,
Or-
yeah. It's
It
correct.
is Joseph. I thought
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wanted to make sure.
And it's funny because I wouldn't mind if somebody, I don't mind it actually when people call me Joseph, because even when I'm talking to people from Germany and they switch to English for some strange reason, when I'm in communication with them, they immediately switch from Joseph to Joseph. That's funny.
That's funny. I knew a Scotsman in Germany who spoke fluent German. He had no trouble with German at all. When we were fixing one of the fuel tanks on the base, I was describing the distance of the wiring going into the tank in centimeters, and he looked at me like I was nuts. Because Americans don't think in centimeters.
Yeah.
I actually like measuring in metric, but especially like longer distance.
Oh yeah, the
But it sounds
kilometers. You know,
It sounds longer because 1 kilometer is what, 1.6 miles? 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers or something like this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah.
1 mile. Is,
I
yeah.
think of it as 10 to 6. So 10 kilometers equals 6 miles. Is
Yeah.
the easiest way to think of it. Tiki of Doom says moose and squirrel. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rocky and Bullwinkle, but that is funny. I like it. Tiki of Doom. Thank you.
All right.
Thomas Potts.
Finally, I
It's
can have-
Putin.
Finally, I got the combat unit. So now I've got to transfer guys over that. All right, let's combat out there. I'll leave him there.
Thomas Potts, you have to explain that one. How is Wesley a traitor?
Unit. Staff assigned. Unit
Don't
function
listen to him.
added.
Thomas Potts is delusional.
Thomas's MO is basically throwing us off
Assigned.
of the game, and
Unit staff assigned.
yeah, he's like a trickster
Select
all the time.
staff assigned.
I like tricksters most of the time. Generally, tricksters tend to be funnier than heroes, so I like them.
Oh, because he likes the metric system. Okay.
I like using it for measuring distance at longer distance. If we're for under like 500 feet or something. But like, if you're calling out a target of how far away, like in a combat situation, if you're calling out a target, you got to do it either in meters or at least yards. But it's like, if you're gonna use yards, why not just meters?
Oh, I growed up in the military system, so yeah, 50 meters, 100 meters, all the way out to 300-meter targets. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I thought in metric for so long. But I'm back to standard now because I'm American.
No. Standard is metric. Just to clarify, standard is metric.
For the rest of the world, Americans think of standard in 3/16.
And that's so weird, by the way, because
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like. It's like, when you get under an inch, you start going into fractions of an inch.
Yeah.
It's like metric. They'll just make up another thing, and it's like, oh yeah, it's 1/10 of the other small thing.
Right, 1 millimeter to whatever it takes,
You
but-
know, when you think about like 1/8 of an inch, that's just 3 millimeters. And
it's less than 3
I have-
millimeters, 1.5 millimeters. Yeah.
or 1.5. But basically, I say 3 millimeters, and you have to say a fraction of another not round number, because an inch is 2.54 centimeters. Yeah. And then you go to 1/8 of something that is a fraction of a decimal number.
Select use.
And there it becomes ridiculous. And then you have, then you are using something like ounces. And when you look at a cup where you find the measurement in ounces, you have there written OZ. Yeah.
Look, I'm a baker, so I do measure everything in ounces. No, you get used to the fractions, but
Yeah, of course, because then in the meantime, since I'm hanging out so much with this community, I had to learn basically how much it is. So I'm rounding out the numbers a little bit, because when somebody says 1 foot, I say, okay, it's for me it's like 30 centimeters, yeah, but it's actually 0.3048 meters. Yeah, so
You're doing that big math. I don't do sums like that. Thomas Potts, how did you know I was 6 meters and 3 inches long? How did you know that?
Wait, what? 6 meters and 3 inches.
so never ask Wesley for measuring 6 meters 3 inches. Ike of Doom says a metric is too dumbed down. It's not too dumbed down. It's logical.
It's the diameter of the Earth divided into tenths.
With metric, and they recently, like when there was this 1 kilogram, and it was measured like something, and now they switched it to quantum physics, and there is a new measurement. So the weight stays the same, but the relation to it changed. I think 2 years ago or something like this.
I
So
didn't
they
know that.
Yeah, they changed it so that it's now more precise.
I've been doing weights in ounces and pounds for so long. Okay, so the kilo is still the same weight. It's just based on a different
on a different, more precise measurement. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. But millimeters, centimeters, meters, kilometers, they're based on the diameter of the Earth, and they're just basically chopped into tenths. So it's a sensical measurement system. But since I grew up in America, and we based our measurement system on
and I think there were attempts to switch to metric, but never successful.
No, we failed at switching to metric. Yeah, it was supposed to be about 40 years ago. We were supposed to switch to metric, and we never did.
Cocaine dealers in the US are metric. And yesterday when we were in the bird stream playing Risk, the guys were playing Risk. He said that all the hospitals are metric.
They are, yeah. When I was combat lifesaver in the Army, I did everything by milliliters and liters.
Yeah.
So when I make my Kool-Aid now, I still think of 3.5 liters equals the gallon that I make of Kool-Aid.
Is it 3.5 liters? I thought it's something like
3.7.
Okay.
Oh, it was terrible when I was in Europe, driving through Germany and France and Italy, having to buy petrol by the liter.
And how expensive it is in
It was
Europe
like, oh, it's only $1.50 per liter.
per liter. Yeah, exactly. No, petrol, diesel, everything is here way more expensive because we have extremely huge taxes on petrol and
So
diesel.
does California.
Yeah, I don't like visiting California anymore.
Hey, how low did the gas go where you are? Because it
Uh,
dropped dramatically. We're out here.
I think it went down to $1.70 a gallon.
Damn you!
Okay, a liter to €1.
It went from like almost $4 down to like $2.50, $2.25 at some stations here.
Wow, that's impressive for California. That is
Yeah,
really
everyone's like almost like, hey, we can afford to drive somewhere.
Let's see. $2.50 per gallon would be 0.7 euro per liter.
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
that
is-
would be great for Europe if that happened.
It dropped for a very, very short time to around €1 the liter, but now it's going up again. I think it's something like 120, but I don't know because we are driving so rarely right now that I'm basically at the gas station maybe like once a month.
Oh, yeah, I've gotten down to that point as well. Yeah. I don't really drive anywhere anymore other than to drop off my kids or pick up my kids from my ex. So,
Analysis complete.
Yeah, it's basically store and back. Yeah.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
See, this is kind of fun with two
Analysis
of you over here.
complete.
That's because you guys get along great.
well, that's only because I lived in Germany for 3 years. I kind of have an idea of what he's talking about most of the time.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
All right, Joseph, so will you be my tour guide when I come out and visit?
Marga Pole.
Honestly, I'm not. I'm not eager.
Dude, I don't think I would be able to make it out to anywhere in Europe.
Tiki of Doom says, I feel your pain, Wesley. I'm in California too.
Marga Pole.
Tiki of Doom stuck out here with me.
I call it the Socialist Republic of California, but I guess California works as well.
Marga placed.
Did I bring C4? Oh, yes, I did bring the C4. Walking cardboard box. Wait, hold on.
I still love that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, you can put a poster on your box, so I can put a soldier saluting, or like this Playboy picture, or this anime. See?
That is what we would have done. Yeah. Nice.
It only kind of shows up when you're doing like that. Oop. No, I want back in the box. Box is life. No. Oh well. I've got 5 more where that came from.
Oh, Night Breeze. Hella noise. Why do you call it hella noise?
Presence detected.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hellanoi. I'm not supposed to pronounce the S.
I always do.
S is silent.
No letter should be silent.
Extraction arrived at another base.
They should
Tell it to
stand
the
up
French.
and protest. All right, so I'm thinking of sneaking up, putting some C4 on their anti-air radar. So it costs in-game money, but you can call your helicopter to come to do a like attack run. It's,
And what base is this that you're going into now? Is this a airdrop base? Airfield?
It's a village that they like attacked all the locals and got them to leave, and they took it over.
Oh, okay.
So it's like an Afghan village.
So you're just disrupting their communications with the C4.
Yeah, if you take out their communication disc,
You have arrived at
and
your
this
destination.
anti-air radar, then they can't use it.
Tiki of Doom, you're driving me crazy, man.
What did
It
it say?
took me a minute to decipher that. Chirac is in Illinois. Not Chi-Town, not Chicago, no, Chirac.
Analysis
Oh.
complete.
Oh, great! Here comes two of them.
Слышал, что говорила женщина рядом на электростанции? Нет, что женщина? Не знаем, что с ней. Говорят, что она голая. Голая? Да нафиг. Серьезно? Значит, что она не местная. Слушай, если видишь ее, скажи мне. В том и проблема. Она исчезает так же быстро, как и появляется. Что значит исчезает? Никто не смог подойти к ней достаточно близко, чтобы поговорить. Похоже на привидение. Слушай, привидение или нет? Я бы не отказался. Точно. Ладно, мужик, увидимся.
Flawless Russian. Flawless Russian.
You're the only critic here, so they could be just saying "gar gar 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 gar," and I wouldn't know the difference.
No, actually, just as I told you yesterday in the stream, that they have way better Russian than you hear in the movies.
All right, should I attack him?
Can you target him while you're still in the box?
Oh, where's that spotlight? Where's that
Oh,
spotlight?
You took him down silently. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, the question is he going to see him in the spotlight? Nope, he didn't. Okay, what skill is he?
Enemy presence
It's a bee.
detected. The map has been updated.
I moved away from South Central Los Angeles in '93 after the
crap,
LA
you're in a
riots.
truck with two more guys.
Analysis complete.
I wasn't willing to put up with all the crap that was going on there at the time. So I'm sure there are reasons that you guys live in Chicago. But I'd find a job somewhere else. I did, in fact, find a job somewhere else.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can recover his body.
And that's how you grow your own troops, is by taking the bodies. Or
Yep. Well, you can't kill them. You gotta You basically. All right, this game franchise loves taking something that's real and making it ridiculous.
You gotta extract it.
So there's a real thing called a Fulton recovery, where a balloon with a hook goes up in the air, and a plane will catch it, like a C-130 or something, and it'll reel the line in. Well, they took that idea and just made it, the balloon carries the guy up, and then the plane catches it. So it looks ridiculous, but...
It does look ridiculous, but I guess it's kind of funny. Yeah, I guess it makes sense for the game. So you got to clear this whole town, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't have to. I could sneak past everyone. But it's a lot easier if you just peck at them. What was that light? Oh. Let's see, right in the corner.
You are very exposed right there. There's your box. Good.
Just run up, and if they start to see you, just stop.
Clouds.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to get up this road.
Yeah, games tend to be a little bit different than the real life.
Oh, sure. I understand that. As there are still tactics you can use in the game. They're real tactics.
I go to this airsoft military simulation event, and the next one should be an insurgency where there's a civilian faction. There's always like a Russian team and a NATO team, but the insurgency, there's like a civilian population that are kind of just in the middle. I kind of want to go around sneaking in a cardboard box up to the NATO base just to see what would happen. Just to see, like...
you would actually be surprised how far you would get in a cardboard box on a real base.
Well, I don't plan to do it by my own. I plan to have a spotter, like a sniper spotter with some night vision, and I'll have a radio so he can guide me on where the hell I'm going. But like if someone starts to come up, he could radio me like, okay, stop.
Yeah.
Stop. What
you actually could get away with that. So Tiki of Doom says he wants to move out of California eventually, but his family's been there for a while. Thomas Potts says he's never going to leave Pennsylvania. Night Breeze says he's not in Chicago. He's in West Central Illinois.
Oh, shit. Well, they saw that.
I have a nice story. Years ago, we were playing paintball.
I like paintball. That's one of the fun games.
And the thing is, there are like abandoned old houses and such an areas where you can go and play. And they basically, the houses have like multiple layers of color coating in the meantime. But I remember once we were like six of us, and we were just playing it, and we patted us at our backs like how good we are, and we could take anybody out. And so one day we were playing, and a bunch of guys came over, and those were military guys.
And hold on one second. Wesley, why are you using your pistol to shoot from that far away?
It's a tranquilizer pistol. I hit that guy. I hit that guy over there. He's going to fall asleep in about a minute.
Ah, okay.
Depends on where I hit him. If I hit him higher up in the torso, there it goes.
Oh, there he goes. He's falling asleep now. All right, Joseph, go ahead.
Yeah, so we thought how good we were, and then the guys came, and they were like 4 of them, and they said, okay, just let's play against each other like 2 teams. The game took they took us down within 5 minutes, like all of us.
Well, yeah. We do like train,
yeah. I know, and we were just like, bunch of nerdy guys, you know. And when we were playing against each other, it was fun. But when those guys came, okay, it was really like 5-minute games, bam, 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 and we were done.
And I mean, I was a quartermaster pretty much my entire career, and so when we would go on field training exercises, obviously we trained for combat too, but we would go to field training exercises. And one time I was in Bamberg, Germany, and we were doing a field exercise where we wanted to set off roadside IEDs, and we had a system that had balloons that were filled with chalk. So the balloons would expand with a CO2 cartridge and explode, and the chalk would go everywhere. So you knew you were hit by an IED. I asked a ranger, Army Ranger, if he would help me set up the explosives, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I got some C4 in my pack." I was like, "Okay, that's a little too much. I think that's too realistic for us."
Is Dimitri just like a way of like, because everyone like keeps reporting it as Dimitri. It's like everyone can't be named the same name. Is it just like a code for like I'm a grunt?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dimitri 7.
We always use code names when we were talking on the radio, so maybe Dimitri 2 is a code name for
Shit.
But I don't know.
Oh, there's a running box. There's a running box.
There's a running box.
Oh, one of these pickups. I need this. Well, I might as well go get that soldier I dropped earlier. Say goodbye to your friend.
And there goes the balloon.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, and that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
So you set off the C4 with a switch?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. You do not have any cover in that area. Oh no!
Hey, quick,
Trying to run up to him.
Snake.
But you're successful. You died only like this time for the first time today, right?
Yeah, that was the first time.
Yeah. Yesterday you were dying like. Yeah.
Yesterday I was not doing good at all. Well, that was like the third mission I did. I just was starting to get tired. All right.
It is actually incredible how much concentration a game requires when you're playing.
So what I probably should do is sneak around from the back, come up from behind them.
Oh, you sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Can you get around up on top of that hill on the other side?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, That's
These,
a
these
better
guys are
choice.
unbelievably blind. I mean, unless you walk within 15
Yeah.
feet of them.
I've noticed. It's all right though.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Wes, are you playing something like PUBG or this kind of game?
I played a little bit of PUBG because I had some friends that are into it.
Mhm.
But there's another game I want to get into. It's called Squad.
Okay, I don't know that one. Go. Sorry.
It's about it's more of like squad-based combat. So you form like little squads within the like the bigger unit. It's similar to other first-person shooter tactical games.
Is it a multiplayer game where you have to
it's
actually? Okay, so you actually have to build a team.
Well, you get
and,
assigned to one if you don't, I think, or
but you all have to work together in order
Yeah.
to get the mission accomplished. Okay,
see here's
right
two
on.
more.
That's
There's two more guys that. It's kind of like Arma. Have you heard of Arma?
no, I haven't.
Oh, great! There's two of them.
Thomas Potts says the bird o' prey maneuver won't work like that. I'm assuming he's talking about stealth. So, yeah, you've already failed at the stealth part. You might as well knock those guys out and stick the balloons on them.
I think I didn't knock out the first guy.
Oh, no. Oh, you
There you
alerted
go.
the entire base.
Yeah, but they don't really know where I am.
Yeah, true. You can still get up and behind them if you can climb that hill.
Extract him.
Oh shoot! They're using flares.
Oh, no, they're using a flare. Yeah, that's a parachute flare. That's going to be up there for a while.
Oh yeah, I'm not in a good spot.
Oh, no, you're not. They got you, man. You got to get out of sight and lay low for a few minutes. Or you could do that, yeah.
Dude, they're throwing grenades, shooting mortars at me. You know what? Screw these guys.
Please strike requested.
Oh, bombardment.
There you go.
I didn't want to use the cheap options.
They're effective.
Strike will commence shortly.
Yes, they are, but
That looks fantastic.
Updated extraction arrived at another base.
You never heard of one shot, one kill? Does this game not allow
Yes.
you to do that?
it's hard. You have to get them like straight in the head. There was a game I played that was like that though.
Holy cow.
Внешняя радиосвязь вышла из строя. Мы не можем вызвать подкрепление своих постов. Закопайтесь и удержите позиции своими силами.
Yeah, that guy took a lot of tranquilizers.
Ruskies.
He's coming too.
Don't forget,
After that.
they drink vodka like tea.
I'm gonna steal their mortars. They can't use them against me.
Oh, deliberately crashing into the enemy and not using stealth. Okay. That's what the bird of prey maneuver is. That's non-canonical, I believe, in the Star Trek parlance.
He's referring to Bird of Prey 5, so to Joe and his gaming streams. When Joe is streaming and playing games.
Ah, okay. Well, I apologize for that then.
No,
I
it's
don't
okay.
watch.
Just-
I don't watch a lot of gaming streams.
We're just watching Bird of Prey streams because it's you hardly can consider it gaming, especially in this kind of shooter games, because he's how to say it, exceptionally bad in those games.
That's how I would be.
You know what? I'm horrible. I'm horrible at playing games, but I don't mind. That's why I don't play like squad games or online games with other people because I'm so bad.
We love watching Bird because it makes us feel better about ourselves.
You still got all those parachute flares and everything up there. You have hardly anywhere to hide.
Yeah,
But you know
I'm
what?
I'm behind them though,
since-
so they don't really know where to. Oh shoot! There's a whole
Okay.
bunch of them in there.
Oh yeah,
They're all in there.
stay below that window, definitely.
Don't you have a grenade? Yeah, exactly.
Don't have a C4 though.
Nothing.
Did
They
he
should
take
be
out
dead
the
by
wall?
now.
So when you play your squad game, are you going to learn how to stack and infiltrate
Ow!
buildings
on.
and things like that? Because you don't have any backup to do a stack on this one, so you couldn't enter the building safely.
I've done a stack in real life. Well, in the Milsim games. They blew themselves.
Outpost
They
captured.
threw a grenade and it hit the window and it bounced back in.
Analysis complete.
Oh, you're a D. You're not worth taking.
Analysis complete.
He's an A in medical.
Thomas Potts said Bird of Prey shot his own teammate once and didn't know they could hear him on the stream. Oh, jeez.
Subject on board.
Yeah, entering buildings. The stack is one of the hardest things to learn to do because you
Do it
have to
correctly-
pay
Do it
attention.
correctly, it's hard to do, but to
Yeah.
do a pretty sloppy version of it. It's not.
Fair enough. I used to teach close quarters combat techniques, so
CQC.
yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
All right. This. Remember how I said this game likes to take real stuff and just make it ridiculous?
Uh-huh.
All right. So this character I'm playing as developed his own like style of CQC, and I mean real close quarters combat. He always uses a knife and a pistol at the same time.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with it if he can do it.
So he can switch instantly from having a knife ready to having his pistol ready.
I prefer staying 25 meters away from my enemies.
Analysis complete.
Well, this character is supposed to be like an infiltrator, so he literally sneaks up on, behind you.
Right, yeah. No, he would be one of the special forces types that are constantly in danger and taking care of stuff that the rest of us don't have to deal with.
But those people, they must be a special kind of soldiers, right?
Special kind of crazy, yeah.
Special
They
kind of
are
crazy.
indeed. They're the mad ones, but we love them.
Like Marines.
So you don't mess with those guys, yeah?
Well, I don't. I've known fellers who would get into a bar fight with them. I'm like, don't do that. You're going to be on your butt in 10 seconds.
Well,
But, you can pick a fight if you want to.
Marker placed.
I'm not sure if I actually failed that mission, if I was supposed to capture a certain person.
Didn't you kill that certain person?
Please select a mission.
But while I'm here, I can, check out everything and see what I can take.
There you go. Pilfering is the right way to do it. That is what armies used to get paid with, was pilfering.
Sounds a little bit barbaric.
Well, we don't do it anymore.
Officially, on the paper.
I never took anything from Iraq. Or Bosnia. Except for souvenirs that I bought.
I want this guy. I want their guns. Okay.
All right, guys, I'm going to hit the sack. I'm going to go to bed.
All
Thank
right, man.
you.
Thanks for
Have a good
coming
Thank
on.
you, Wesley, for having
Yeah.
me on. I appreciate this. I haven't
this
watched
guy had a
people play video games since my brother and my best friend played video games back in the early 90s. So,
Well, games have changed a lot since then.
yeah, no doubt about that. But you're welcome to come onto my live stream tomorrow and chat about Dune if you know anything about Frank Herbert's works.
I don't think I do.
Me
Or the
neither, but
movies, or the
it doesn't
miniseries.
stop me from coming over, depending on the time, But honestly, I didn't enjoy much that movie with
Kyle MacLachlan.
yeah, exactly that one. It was simply because when I watched it for the first time, I was probably too young to understand what's going on, and it was somehow surreal, and I didn't understand the world they are
Caution.
they are presenting to me there. But
Yeah.
honestly, I want to see the new movie. And the good thing is I will be completely unbiased going to see it. So because obviously it already it's still not is
It's
it
almost
already
1
filmed?
o'clock. So in about 13
Yeah.
hours is when I plan on starting the stream.
That's
So that'll be 2 p.m. for those of us
yeah.
on the West Coast.
Yeah, I'll be at work.
Ah, okay. Well, no worries.
And in 13 hours, 9 plus, so 10 plus 13 is it's like 11 of my time in the evening. Possible.
Okay. Well, if you can't make it, no worries. But I'll be summarizing the book specifically, and I will touch on the 1984 movie and the sci-fi miniseries from the late 90s.
Oh, okay. That is cool.
Yeah.
Tell me
but-
one thing: are the books good?
Oh, the books are fantastic. Well, I mean, how do you take a 12-hour book and condense it down to 2 or 4 hours? And in this case, Dune is going to be cut into 2 parts come November and then next year. So how do you take all of that information and condense it down into 2 or 4 hours?
It's hard.
You can't do it.
Yeah, you really can't, but you can do it justice. And I really think the 1984 movie did the best they could. They didn't do it quite the amount of justice that they should have, but like I said, I'll touch on that tomorrow, or well, later today. So yeah, you guys are welcome. If you're awake, if you're available, just come on over and I'll stick you in the chat and we can goof off and have fun.
Sounds cool.
But again, thank you for having me on, and it was a lot of fun watching this and seeing if you could get through a mission without getting killed.
Thank you for
Not
keeping
getting
us
killed?
company.
Yes. Not getting spotted? No.
Well, life happens. All right, guys. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
I think though that I'll call my helicopter and probably call it a night after this.
That's okay. Anyway, you are keeping me from work, so.
Are you supposed to be doing something right now?
I have your work to do. It's not a problem. I'm checking the stuff in the meantime. It's completely fine.
I wonder if I can steal this yet. No. Hey, turn up that light. Now, can you imagine being the team that comes here the next morning? You're like, where is everyone?
Yeah.
It'd be creepier if I did it all stealth, you know, by just capturing all the guards. Don't destroy anything.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
I mean, unless there's anything you wanted to talk about.
No, it's completely fine. Obviously it's getting late for you as well, so I totally understand it.
Yeah, it's almost 1 in the morning. I mean, it is kind of funny timing. When I'm heading to work, you're going to sleep. When I get home from work, you're waking up.
It is, and actually I'm getting up relatively late in the morning because since working from home and I need to start between 8 and 9, or at least appear online, you know, depending on how much workload I have. If I get up at 7:30, it's just fine. But usually, you know, when I'm up until 1 or 2. Just because of watching some streams, yeah, it obviously makes sense that I want to sleep at least for 6 hours.
Who streams then, like Anti-Checker or Bird of Prey or?
Usually, Anti-Checker streams I barely catch because they really start at a very late time for me. Usually like 2 in the morning, so that's really late. That's why I like his streams when he does his early streams. So usually like yesterday or probably today as well, and then his Sunday streams. Those are the streams that I can catch it live. But otherwise, Bird streams are fine for me because they when he starts streaming around 4 or 5, it means it's 10 or 11 for me. And yeah. But when he starts streaming at 5, it's like 2 o'clock for you in the afternoon. Yeah, so it's probably very early. And you are obviously doing some afternoon shifts, afternoon to evening shifts. Yeah.
Yeah. Afternoon to evening. Yeah.
And it's like the whole time, or are you shifting between morning shifts and afternoon shifts?
It shifts a little bit, but mostly I get the 2 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my guy needs to be cleaned up. He's got a little bit of some red ketchup on him.
The good thing in my line of work is that I can basically, however I organize my day, it's totally up to me. If I have some appointments, and obviously all of my appointments are virtual, so those I need to keep, but otherwise, whatever I do, whenever I do it, it's just great.
Select unit staff assigned. Select unit staff assigned.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to just do this little micromanaging stuff for a little bit, and then I'm going to
Yeah, okay. No problem. Micromanaging.
Yeah, you have to do that kind of in this game. Well, so if you can see, there's different categories of the skills these guys have.
Yeah.
There's combat, R&D, research and development team, base development, support unit, intel, and medical. And then there's the medical bay for people who actually get injured. Then there's the brig for people who are captured and they haven't fully been converted yet.
Oh, those are the 3. Okay.
Yeah, so they'll probably join my team later, but at the moment they're in the brig.
Yeah, they are still in the process of brainwashing. Yeah.
But there's only so much room you can fit in each group, and so this one I have 45 out of 45, so I have no more extra room.
But then you see also some kind of what is it called, ranking, how good they are, so that you basically can eliminate if somebody's like on the weaker side.
So this guy has a C in combat and a C in intel, but I need more people in my combat.
Select unit staff assigned.
Where everyone is at least a C.
Select unit staff assigned.
On my intel, I guess I cut everyone under a C already.
Select unit staff assigned.
So now I've got only 42 in the intel team. So when I go capture more, they can instantly go there instead of being put somewhere else.
Select
so when I see some rating like A++, what does it mean?
Unit staff assigned.
So let me go back to the top. Yeah, A++ means they're
really good at what they're doing, right?
Yeah. They're 2 higher than a regular A. I don't know why they did it like that. They should have had like an F as the lowest, and maybe after A an S. Like an S is extreme high, but not these A+. But that's the way they wanted to do it. All right, so now I've kind of spread out my staff a little bit. I can see if there's any weapons I can develop.
Please specify a project.
I can make more cardboard boxes. Yeah, they have different camo. This one's for marsh terrain, so it's wet camo. Rocky terrain. This one's for sand and greenery. urban camo. Surround metal in concrete. Red soil.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's kind of this game. I don't need that. Oh, I can make these other camos that my character can wear. Splinter, Golden Tiger, Urban Blue, Gray Urban, Woodland.
The thing is, it takes so much time to just do this kind of things, like managing everything.
Yeah.
I want to shoot and kill. Nightbreeze says they have S, S plus, and S plus plus.
Yeah. Those are hard to get though.
And Thomas Potts is going home. Okay.
He's going home?
Yeah.
Where is he now?
Probably was at work.
Oh. Like, what are you doing out of your house? I had to go to work. Oh, why'd you go to work? Because my boss told me to.
Here everything is. Do we have recent numbers like for yesterday? Let me check the news.
Oh look, Bird of Prey would be happy. I've got 6 jeeps. I've got a half shack or half ton. It's called.
They tested yesterday almost 3,000 people, and we have only 2 new cases and plus 5 healed. So we are way below 200 active cases. Yeah, so it's nothing.
What I want to know is how many people, like if you test them to see if they've got antibodies to it. So it would show that they've had it and they've already passed through it.
So the general consensus we have. So what they did here, they created basically. It's not the government who is doing it or like one guy deciding everything. They have a council of specialists, and when they are talking about council of specialists, those are people who were like fighting outbreaks in Africa and in Asia, so with those SARS and MERS infections. So people who know their stuff around it, and they say always it's 4 to 6 times more than you actually discover. So when you go with 6. So with the factor 6, so basically there are at least, since we discovered like 2 new cases, there might be about 12 people, like carriers, active carriers right now, who are undetected. No, but it's going to be interesting because we were on a very strict lockdown and everything, and but they already set up everything for the second wave. If it should come, that we will be way better prepared and everything. So let's see. And when I say that they tested like 3,000 people, it's actually a nice number. We have capacity to test between 3,000 and 5,000 people on a daily basis. But for example, I have no reason to go and be tested because obviously I'm staying home the whole time and I barely meet people.
Heading to Mother Base.
And when you go to the store, it's always with single-use gloves and face masks, so and disinfection everywhere. So yeah.
Yeah.
And the offices, the building is currently it is open, for example, but actually everybody has to work from home. So if you can mail your manager, inform him that you're going to the office, and you just go there, pick your stuff up, and you have to leave. And they are disinfecting it like crazy. We never had like smelly bathrooms in the office. It's always clean and everything, but now you go there, it smells there like in a garden right now. Oh, a guy is pinging me here. Wow. And he should be half.
Back, boss.
That time.
Boss.
Wait. Joseph might like this. So you get in the box. Right, you're running. Oh, wait.
Let us know. Take that, boss.
And then they thank you for running into them with the cardboard box.
Take that, boss.
Now look how badly
boss.
damaged the cardboard box is. It's all
Yeah.
pinked up. If you keep doing that, the thing will just fall apart eventually.
Take that, boss.
So they don't see you right now, or what is it?
No, they're my own troops, and they just
Thank you, boss.
Oh, thank you, boss.
imagine like your boss at work just start doing something stupid. You just be like, you just accept it.
Where are your friends? Spit it out.
Boss, harder. Subtitles.
Now I gotta go take a shower. Okay, all clean.
A quick
No more
one.
Japanese posters.
So, what does the guy want from me? Oh.
Huh?
I'm just checking an IM that I got here from a colleague of mine. He's from Emirates. The thing is, they are now they have this week off, but they are just checking up on some business, obviously.
All right, well, I think we're gonna call it here because I'm just
Yeah.
goofing around. All right, thanks, Joseph, and thanks for everyone in the chat for showing up.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and have a good night.
Yeah, you have a good day, and I'll have a good night.
Yeah, exactly. Bye, Wes.